Okay, here we go. We've got a best of 5 between Davoof and Yujin. Excited to see these guys play. Davoof had a great first showing on the stream. We had him playing his former teammate Scream. And now he's got another challenger, Yujin, who has definitely had varying results. But despite that, I feel confident that he is always a threat. Yujin is a very, very capable player mechanically. I think he's probably going to push Davoof a bit in that sense. We may get a taste of it here. One of the things that we did see in the most recent Yujin match was a little bit more caution. I think there was, in the first few times we saw him on the stream, I think there was a high priority with pushing himself mechanically, trying things that are uncomfortable and very risky. We've seen plenty of super successful players do that as well. I think maybe the most prominent example would be Joriez. I know for a long time, he just said, hey, 1v1 is a practice arena. I'm not going to worry about what that means for my win-loss record. I'm going to get as good as I can by pushing myself. And here's an example of it. Yujin with a lean back reset. And then rolls the car a bit to pre-flip and shoot that ball over the top. Yujin out to a 2-0 lead. But what I was saying is Yujin, in the most recent match that we saw him on the stream, kind of found a better balance where he was not so risky. Chose his times for the high-level, mechanically intense plays with a little bit more caution and care. Davoof looking for the in-and-out save, but Yujin just slows things down. Stays behind the ball. He's got a third. Standard air dribble. Actually almost catches Davoof in no man's land. Davoof not able to put anything together. May have an opportunity here if he can accelerate this. Can't. Yujin is back in time. He should have possession. Actually, he's going to have to pull off again. Yujin just a bit too fast. He's got 4 in the first 2 minutes. Now he's put in a 5th. And he's got Davoof in a tough situation here. Another kickoff win for Yujin. And he puts it directly on target. And this is kind of what I was getting at where, the first, and I don't know how much Yujin has played 1v1s. I don't know how much attention that he has paid to 1v1s. I don't know if he is invested and cares about 1v1s. I don't know. At least before we started having him some on the stream. Oh my word, maybe a double reset? No, he does get the 50 there inside the box and will knock home a 7th. But after the first match that Yujin played on the stream, he actually mentioned in the chat, the stream chat here, he was like, hey, that was fun. I want to play some more. And he's kind of had that, I would say just kind of that growth mentality. And so it's really exciting to see him put together, in my opinion, a more complete 1v1 package where he is obviously still capable of the fancy and flashy mechanics, stuff that's very technically advanced. But it seems like he's also putting together a nice kickoff package. He's learning when are good times for the flashy plays and maybe when is it time to stay a bit more cautious. And it's clearly proving to be effective. It's definitely put Davoof in an awkward spot here. Yujin will end up own goaling. So Davoof finally gets one on the board. And it's a nice air dribble flip reset. Big change in direction. Caught Yujin lacking. And maybe that was the break that Davoof needed. He got a good win on the kickoff, grabbed possession, and immediately got to work on the offensive end. Another favorable kickoff. He should come away with possession here. Maybe got a bit too fancy with it. Yujin just calls the bluff, dives straight in, and shoots on target for an 8th. Good idea from Davoof. Looks to fake the flick, see if he can bait out a poor challenge from Yujin. What he's doing here is giving himself an opportunity to attack while also trying to maintain a good position in case it doesn't work. And look, the reality is that may not be what he needs right now. He's going to have to start throwing everything at Yujin as quickly as possible if he wants to win game 1. But I think it's a good thing to practice moving forward for the rest of the series, specifically in game 2. He's going to have to be a bit more cautious because Yujin has just commanded completely game number 1. Ooh, Davoof looking for maybe a pogo attempt. Awkward read. No good. Yujin just throws a soft one towards the target. I think both players at this point probably just agreeing to kind of run the ball around the field and run the clock down. Davoof with an air dribble will take one at 0 seconds. He gets 3. He's going to hop out and change cars. A dominant victory for Yujin in game 1. Davoof looking for a better start here in game 2. An aggressive dive from Yujin. Davoof unable to punish. Yujin with a quick recovery will flip the script. He's put in his first from a counterattack the other direction. Wow. Yujin, air dribble flip reset. So much control. He's just making it look easy. Two over Yujin. Jeez, now a third. See if Davoof can adjust. It's a delay kickoff attempt from Yujin. Oh no, Davoof has missed both the boost. Diving save there as he pinches it off the goal post. Look at that. A couple of wall dashes allows Davoof to accelerate to a point where he can at least get the clear. And that is just magnificent. Holy cow. Davoof turned something into nothing. Look at that. The wave dash, pre-flip, flick. Wow. That's the kind of play that Davoof is having to put together to get the ball past Yujin at the moment. Another air dribble flip reset from Yujin. I mean, just barely nicks the ball towards the target, but it's enough. Davoof. A very nice soft touch. The dish off the backboard. He's got his second. He's also won that midfield boost and the corner, but Yujin just does not care. He continues to pressure the play. Davoof is watching the replay because he can't believe it either. Yujin did such a good job of maintaining momentum while having no boost in the tank. He's won another kickoff, puts a shot towards the target. Davoof, wonderful save. Now he's got to turn it into an opportunity the other way. Good setup, early reset. It's high. Does he have the double? No. He'll be the first to this and touch it around. Yujin has no boost. Davoof's going to try to make him concede right here. He does. Davoof wears down the defense. Steals the boost. Air dribble flip reset to the far side. Far down and in. Davoof back within 2. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That is quite frustrating. Davoof did such a good job up there high on the wall. Got the ball away from Yujin. But unfortunately followed it up with a mistake. Very good recovery from Davoof. He's done such a good job with the wall defense. Wall defense. Yujin is chain dashing there along the wall to try to catch up to the play. Can't make it happen, so Davoof is back within 2 once more. Should have another possession. Not the ideal first touch. In fact, it's going to be a turnover of possession. He's got to get back to defense. Yujin. No reset this time. But he will maintain possession and pull things back to his own corner. Looks for the ceiling. Reset musty flick. Both players full tank. Davoof early flick just to test the defense. Yujin's going to catch that with a reset. That's a very difficult play to execute. Davoof sees Yujin begin to turn the nose towards him, so he rips a shot directly on target. Final 60 seconds here. Davoof back within 1. Yujin returns the favor. Davoof in no man's land. And Yujin rips a shot for a 7. Shot is wide. Wow. Great defense from Davoof. He's not out of the woods just yet. Perfectly timed dodge. Does back Yujin up. But defense alone is not going to do it. Yujin, this is the risky playmaking that I was talking about. It rears its head in the waning moments of game 2. Look at it. Yujin had control. A free boost. But instead he goes for the pre-flip psycho clear from his backboard. No contact. And gave Davoof a 6th. Davoof. Yujin missed the corner boost, the midfield boost. Davoof's shot is too weak. Both players making some mistakes in the final moments. And Yujin may have just got away with one. Davoof will have one more chance. Tries to accelerate this play down the field, and he maybe should have held on to it and pulled it into a dribble, because that gave time for Yujin to step in and knock it to the ground. Yujin takes game 2. He's on match point. Will we see the sweep, or can Davoof continue to improve his performance? That's a rough start. Missed the midfield boost. Hold on, Yujin's got him covered. Yujin drops a great pass in the chat. As he knocks in the first goal for Davoof. Yujin's shot is wide. That's going off the post. It's going to be a tough read. Makes contact, but can't get it on target. Davoof, composure on the goal line. Does well to stay goal side throughout that play. Yujin with a challenge from the ceiling. Will be enough to dispossess. Davoof. No interest in backing off. Continues to pressure the play. But now we'll have to run back to defense. Scoop the corner boost. Yujin looking for the air dribble bump. Makes contact, but Davoof still has the clear. Awkward play for Davoof, but he makes it work. Davoof has leveled up the read on the game. Big challenge win in the midfield will force it straight on target. Davoof has a 2-goal lead. Just under 3 minutes to play. To follow it up with a kickoff goal for a third. And a fourth. Davoof on a run. Now a 5th. We're at the halfway point in game 3. And it has been a steady improvement for Davoof throughout the series. Yujin with a dominant Game 1 victory. Game 2 was certainly a back-and-forth fight, and now Davoof in Game 3 is putting together a dominant performance himself. Unrelenting pressure. Davoof gets a 6th. Now a 7th. Wow. Davoof said you're going to have to come back and play defense. He eventually does knock it in. 7-0. Davoof on a tear. Yujin's had enough of the kickoffs. He backs off to defense, but he gets cooked once more. 8-0. Davoof. What a response here in Game 3. Now you start to wonder, because I imagine this game is going to be eventually a go next game. But you do start to wonder, will the tilt, first, is there tilt? And if there is, will that become a factor moving forward in the rest of the series? Ten 0. Wow. Listen, we've had 10-goal deficits. That has happened 2 or 3 times, but I don't think we've ever had a straight-up absolute 10-0. Yujin has not been able to put one across the goal line. Davoof just really has not stopped attacking. Flip reset. There it is. Yujin with a pretty play. Musty flick, flip, reset. Finally knocks in his first. The final 50 seconds are just a formality. Yujin looking for the double. Actually just going to psycho clear this back to the orange side. Now Davoof will take his turn with a psycho clear back to the blue side. And both players running this clock down for Game 3. We're going to head to Game 4 and Davoof with a huge response. Game 3 goes to Davoof. No sweep here in series number 1 of the day. Oh, Yujin wanted a bump. Uh-oh. And the car hit the brakes. This is what I was a bit fearful of. If Davoof can continue to apply this early pressure. Oh, no. Oh! Yujin with a great recovery. Able to regain after the initial mistake. Still on defense, still low boost in the tank. He does land the demo, which should buy him some time. Now he's got possession, full tank of boost. That botched wave dash is going to cost him 2-0 for Davoof. And I mean, momentum was so heavily in favor of Yujin after game 1 and 2. Complete domination. You got to tip your cap to Davoof for remaining calm and composed, making the necessary adjustments. Now he's got a third goal here in game 4 as well. I mean, I am so impressed with his performance. Fake kickoff from Yujin. And it was red all the way. Davoof has put in a fourth. You get the feeling that Yujin's going to have to get something going immediately, and he does. There's a flick over the top following kickoff. He's on the board much earlier now in game 4. If he can remain composed, this is obviously still a close game. He has unfortunately pinged it off the crossbar, but he will maintain possession and have another try. Big sling from the middle of the field. Davoof is good for the save. Now it's his turn in attack. Yujin patiently waiting. Oh, Davoof has missed. It was a wide open net. In fact, Yujin took a scenic route back to net. He thought for sure Davoof would be putting that in. Really looks like both players, I don't want to call it nerves, but are just making some mistakes. Yujin dives in aggressively in the corner, and all the stuff that I was outlining early in game 1, I was saying that Yujin a little bit more careful and cautious. You know, he's leveled up the 1v1 game IQ. A lot of that seems to have gone out the window after that frustrating game 3. (6-1) for Davoof. Folks, we may be looking at a game 5 and a potential reverse sweep, unless Yujin can change something in the next 2 minutes. Davoof, the slow roll. We've got 96 seconds to play, and Davoof has built another enormous lead. Another ambitious dive from Yujin, and Davoof will punish once more. 8-1. This is not looking good. Ceiling reset. Yujin puts in a second. That's a nice play, but is it a little too late? My guess is yes. Scoreline is 8-2. Yujin with another possession, full tank of boost. A very creative flick. He gets a lot of power on it. But Davoof had the read. He actually puts in a 9th. So game 4 will be going Davoof's way as well. And for the last 10 minutes of Rocket League, Yujin has been completely and totally neutralized. Davoof has been relentless in his attack. And if Yujin can't get off to a good start in Game 5, I think this is going to be a reverse sweep. Look, we got to call it what it is. Game 1 and 2, heavily in favor of Yujin. Game 3 and 4, Davoof made the proper adjustments and flipped this series on his head. And I mentioned it back in Game 3. If Yujin can't control the tilt, if he can't remain composed, he may be looking at a reverse sweep today. Yujin needs to realistically probably get on the board first. And that is not what you want to see if you're a Yujin fan. Davoof with a slow play. Yujin does have the resource advantage, so he's able to at least keep that attack out from Davoof. Wow. Davoof with a reset in the last moment, the very last moment, uses that dodge to redirect the ball just around the oncoming challenge. Wowza. Davoof has just been incredible from Game 3 on. Yujin, backboard's open. Can he get the double? Yes, he does. Routine for a player like Yujin. Should have another possession to follow. Rips a shot to the near post. Davoof with a fantastic save. He's not done yet. In fact, Yujin baits as though he needs that corner boost. Instead, turns early, quickly fires a shot to the top shelf, and Yujin has his first lead since Game 2. Oh my word. An incredibly fine touch there. Yujin looking for the bump on the end of that play. Can't make contact. Now he's got to hustle back to defense. I think that shot is wide. Yujin does go diving past it. He's done well to stay goal side. So he keeps Davoof at 1. Davoof, slot to the far post. 3:07 on the clock, and we're tied. Big kickoff win for Davoof. Can he get there? No! Oh, my word. He had to pre-flip just to reach it. And even so, still knocked it off the post. Yujin pulls this up high into the sky. The ceiling pinch was off target, so Davoof will now have possession. He's got the corner boost. Looks for the bump. He knows Yujin's low boost. But Yujin, a phenomenal challenge. Will push this into the blue side. A good recovery from Davoof. Will keep the first attempt out. Another solid recovery. Allows him to get back into position for another save. Davoof with a flip reset around 1. Can he pinch it on target? No, but he does get the corner boost. Yujin with possession. Early flick, and it's over the top. What a sequence that was. Back and forth action from both sides. Another bump attempt from Yujin, and this time he does connect. He's built himself a 2-goal lead. A lot of game left to be played. 2:09 on the clock. Another bump attempt. And he's nailed it again. Yujin says, if I can't work past you, I'm just going to remove you. If there are no defenders, then no one's making a save. And this is 3 kickoff possessions back to back to back. A good adjustment from Davoof as he eliminates Yujin from the pitch, but ultimately the result is the same. Both players head back to their corners for boost. Yujin gets the first possession. Davoof's long shot, it's no good. I mean, look at that. Davoof just set that play up in a manner that he knew he could easily execute. Kept the bounce dribble alive. Kept the pressure on the net immediately. Yujin did not have time for boost, so he's not going to be able to cover high. Davoof has his third. He's back within 2. Another possession to follow. Early reset. Goes low. But a good challenge from Yujin will make things neutral. Both players sitting still. Who's going to commit first? Looks like it's Davoof. He got a little bit too greedy there, ambitious on the challenge. And Yujin will be scoring a 6th. Delay kickoff read by Davoof. He needs to get this on target as quickly as possible. And he's done it. Once again, cut the lead to 2. Oh no, a borked wave dash. That's gonna cost some precious time. Yujin is not gonna take the ball to him. He says, you come here. I've got the lead. Wait, Davoof calls the bluff. Yujin, a bit too careless with his possession. Definitely smart to slow things down, but Davoof just dives right through. Oh, and Davoof has another possession straight away from kickoff. Yujin with a diving save. Both players on low boost. Yujin picks up the corner. Davoof, a greedy play, leaves the ball, heads for the midfield boost, and Yujin snipes the midfield shot. Reclaims a 2-goal lead. That you just cannot afford. You've worked so hard to get back within 1. You cannot afford to do that. Delayed kickoff from Davoof. He does avoid being demoed, but he's got so little time to make it from one end of the field to the other. He has to score here. Can't get it past Yujin, and almost certainly that will do it. Yujin staves off the reverse sweep. Wow. Puts one in here for the road as well. Yujin, ceiling reset double touch. And that's enough to secure the victory.